Welcome to Obsession Engineering and welcome to Oulton Park. Or is it Oulton Park? Oulton? Oulton. It's got a U in it, so it's probably Oulton Park. Anyway, I digress. A few days ago I realised I had a weekend off and I thought to myself, that means a good opportunity to go racing. So a few days ago I phoned up Thundersport and I managed to get a late entry for the Super Twin class and for the GP1 Elite class. So I'm going to get my bum handed to me by fast people on both classes. And then a few hours later I get a message from Eric saying he's also got an entry for the 660 Aprilia in the Super Twin class. So completely by fluke, we're both going racing here, which is pretty cool. This is actually the first time I've seen the 660 since Scarborough. I've fitted some Biturbo fork cartridges to it. So it's got the newest EBH cartridge kit in it to go with the Biturbo. The shock that's in it, it's had some nice paint on it, it's got some new McCrum stickers, and Eric raced it last weekend at Cookstown and was 12th in the Super Twin A final, so that was going pretty well. It's a one-day race meeting. I did some testing yesterday, Eric didn't, but yeah, they haven't changed where Oulton Park goes in a few years, so I'm sure we'll be fine. As with all club racing, everybody's got a generator. This is our next door neighbour's generator and it's really noisy. My little generator is hidden behind the bin and is silent in comparison, but trust me, my generator isn't silent. So we have to put up with the noise of that all day, but it's not the end of the world. Tyre warmers are about to go on. Eric's just scrutineered, I did mine yesterday. All I need to do is go and sign on and we are good to go. It's about 10 minutes before our qualifying session. The only game at the moment is that my quali sessions and then my races are back to back. So I'm out on the twin and then straight on the big bike for quali, but coming the races is the other way round, which is actually better because it's easier to get onto the slower bike than it is to get onto the faster bike. So I'm going to be fairly rushed, come in from one session, literally pull up, chuck the bike on a stand, jump on the second bike and off I go back to the holding area. Luckily I have a pit assistant now. So yeah, sun's out, it's a great circuit, and I'm going to go and ride around with my motorbikes.
Last time I was here, 2017, I believe.
So 4 years, in fact we were both here together, weren't we?
Yes,
yeah,
on the
4 years
600,
ago.
yeah, and then before that, 5 years before that, 2012, and 11 years before that, 2001. So it takes a while to come back, but it's worth it.
So obviously we've only got the one day, one bike, late night getting here. Perfect race preparation, sir?
Standard, yeah, pulled up beside you about 20 to 1 this morning and slept in the front of the van.
Right, qualifying report, just done 2 sessions back to back. Eric was out with me for the first session and then I was out on the big bike second. I haven't ridden the twin here before, so it's taken me a few laps to get my head round gearing and turn points and the fact the braking markers are later than on the big bike. So that was smooth but not terribly fast at about 1 minute 55 on the dash, and then jumped on the big bike and then it took me a couple of laps to get back into that and scratched away. I think I did a late 148 on the dashboard, and if I'm honest I've got track to spare everywhere so I can go quicker. I'm just building up to it slowly because that tends to cost less in crash damage. So not too bad. I suspect the boys at the front are probably sub 140 on the big bike, so I'm not at the pointy end. But I'm enjoying it because this place is brilliant to ride around.
Should I say, following from a distance, trying to remember my way around because I don't remember what way it goes. So no, it's good. A little bit twitchy still over the bump, so it definitely needs a steering damper. We'll have to invest in one of those soon. First time on a track, proper track, and a good one at that. I'm happy enough, yeah.
I'm 8 seconds behind pole on the twin, 9 seconds behind pole on the big bike, so I have some finger pulling to do. But we're in the race, and that's actually the whole point of coming racing, is to get faster and get sharper and everything. So not the end of the world. It's about 10 minutes ago before the races. I've got big bike, then straight on the twin, and obviously Eric's on the twin as well. We've changed the gearing on the twin because there was a couple of places where I was just right up near the rev limiter or clipping the limiter just before my braking markers, so I've got a tooth taller so that I can just basically stay in gear a little bit longer and it should be faster. I've not changed anything on the BMW other than a bit of finger pulling out. So we're going to line up on the grid and have a go. My first race out was on the BMW. My start wasn't bad at all, my first corner wasn't even bad. And then the quick boys started coming through and just started edging away, so I did my very best to chip away at my lap times. Quick bike change and it was straight back out on the twin. Having not qualified especially well, what I really needed was a really good start. And that's not what I got at all. The start wasn't very good, my first corner wasn't particularly good, but luckily after that, my bike's better than almost all the others on the grid. So I just enjoyed myself and picked a few off as the laps ticked away. About 5 minutes ago I was a terrible sweaty mess. Oh, it looked cool. 2 races back to back isn't actually that hard work physically. It's more the concentration of swapping between one bike and the other, and then by the time you finish your riding and realise what a terrible sweaty mess you are. Slight adjustment on my twin. We changed the gearing before that session, but it made it a little bit lazy in a couple of places, and then I was still having to go up a gear and back down again, so it's not really gained me anything. So Robert is entertaining himself with pocket changes yet again. BM's good, I just need to ride it faster. We've turned the electronics basically off on the Aprilia, and we're going to just go through some suspension settings and see if we can make it a little bit better. So nothing major to do. I might even have some lunch. So it's about 10 minutes ago before the next pair of races. We've not done anything major, a little bit of a gearing tweak on the twin, and then basically put petrol in them, and the improvements need to come from the rider, not the bikes. So I'm going to put my finger out, because when I looked at the result sheets from the last one, there is definite improvements available. So I'm going to get my head down, see if I can go a bit faster, but mostly go and enjoy my racing. Back out on the BMW, I had another decent start, a good first corner, and I felt like I was in the fight. I got onto the back wheel of Callum O'Shea. I noticed quite early on that his bike's a little bit unstable on the brakes, so I knew all I had to do was be in the right position and I'll be able to ping it past him in a braking zone. A few clear, clean laps, and then on the last lap, somebody had the audacity to try and overtake me. Luckily, he ran a little bit wide, didn't get a good exit, and I managed to block pass him back. For my last race of the day. Unfortunately, I didn't get the bike changed in time and had to start from the back of the grid having missed the warm-up lap. And then I had a terrible start. But it did mean I got to have loads and loads of fun practicing all my overtaking moves. After a while I even caught up with Eric and got to have a little dice with him on the little McCrum 660 Aprilia. It's not slow, that's for sure. Right, just in from that pair of races, Big Bike was good, had a good start. I have a special technique for the start and it's quite gentle. So I had a good start, dived up the inside of a few lads into the first corner, was just a bit more awake I suppose first lap, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. That little twin, it's, you know, it might not be the blingiest thing in the paddock, but it handles so well you can sort of take liberties with it, and I haven't ever really found the limit of it. So no, cracking little race. I did pass Eric coming out of Druids as his bike went sort of lock to lock, and it definitely needs a steering damper on it. And then,
Some say.
Yeah, caught and mugged a few other lads. But no, absolutely loved every moment of those two races. Just motorbike races, brilliant.
Decent start, mugged a few people on the start and sort of got into a good group, and then obviously when you came past, managed to keep you in sight for a couple of laps and then you were gone, so I just spent the last couple of laps going around on my own. A few little mistakes into the usual chicanes and things like that I don't like, but no, the bike's good in amongst the people, and including yourself, when you didn't pull away at a fast rate, so it's, as a standard bike, it's easily compatible with some of the stuff that's out there. So yeah, first day on a decent track. No, it's good fun, so definitely well worth a visit. Try again next month, hopefully. If not, it will be next year.
That's it from Oulton Park. I've had a great time. I think Eric's had a good time. We've just got to let everything cool down before we go home, but it's been blooming brilliant. So please join us again next time when we'll be having some more motorbike fun. Thanks for watching, and we'll leave you with a full lap of the glorious Oulton Park circuit on board the Obsession Engineering BMW.